सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमस्ताराय नमः शम्भवे च मयो भवे च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च। ॐ श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनाम वरानने। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। ओम समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या भक्ति विद्या योग विद्या मुक्ति विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री सीतारामाभ्यां नमः। ओम श्री उमा महेश्वराभ्यां नमः। ओम श्री वेदव्यास महर्षये नमः। ओम अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्त देवतानां गुरूणां ब्रह्मणः श्रुतिमातु कृपया रामायण भागवत योग दर्शन ब्रह्मसूत्र उपनिषदादि उक्त परब्रह्मणः अनुभव प्राप्त्यर्थम् अस्मिन् क्षणे एव सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं समस्त सनातन धर्म वैदिक संस्कृतेः साधकानां भक्तानां धर्म संस्थापकानां सेवकानां च विघ्न निवारण समस्त शक्तीनाम् अवाप्त्यर्थं च विश्व शांति एकता कल्याणार्थं च श्रीमद् अध्यात्म रामायणस्य ब्रह्मांड पुराण अंतर्गत पारायणम् अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ श्रीराम नाम संकीर्तनं। श्रीराम जय राम श्रीराम जय राम 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 जय राम जय राम जय राम। May Lord Rama and all rishis of Ramakatha bless us with the ability to not only superficially but deeply understand entire theme of Adhyatma Ramayanam. Not only understand, may we get complete conviction to do the sadhanas done by the rishis there, indicated through that shastram, and then we may reach to that Rama Darshana, Rama Brahmanubhuti in this very life. Now, in this Adhyatma Ramayanam, Saptama Sarga of this Ayodhya Kandam, we have seen Sri Bharatji's Vilapa and all, Kausalya Vilapa. Sri Vashishthaji comes at that time. Then he sees Bharata crying all of them. Then, first is with all respect and reverence, he praises Sri Dasharatji for all his greatnesses. And he says his departure is after a complete life lived here, and that going is going for good only because he is going to be seated in the Ardha Simhasana with Indra. So long life he lived, entire bhoga as a manusya he enjoyed, every of the yajna he has done. He is a Mahagnani. So except that pain that he is not amidst us, other than that everything is happening for good only. You need not to shoka for him. Now, this is applicable to all. Yesterday, we tried to explain a little bit that every jiva is in his journey of spiritual evolution only. In some lives, he doesn't even know little also of spirituality. Only he is so worldly. Onlookers thinks that he is such a worldly fellow. But in that life, to exhaust his vasana samskaras, he'll have to be like that only. That's why never underestimate anybody. And the next life you will see is completely dedicated only for sadhana. And you and I who are struggling to study Shastra in this life, next life, who knows, you may become stock market broker, you may become a Bitcoin seller and busy throughout the day in that only. 24 घंटे दिन रात फंसे रहते हैं। मैं आई डोंट नो, आई एम जस्ट इमेजिनिंग दिस लाइफ साधका आई एम इन नेक्स्ट लाइफ. If my prarabdha is of that type, because I don't know what I carried. No jiva need to take himself to be great just because in one life he is doing some sadhana. It's only tentative and anticipation. इसलिए कह रहे हैं यही जन्म हमारे हाथ में है, यही कन्वीनियंस हमारे हाथ में है, मैक्सिमम साधना यहाँ करो. पल में परलय होएगी, बरोरी करोगे कब, अभी करते जाना. So for every sadhaka, this is like that. You and me, nobody is exception. But Vasishtha ji has Divya Drushti to see the lot of Dasharatha. Therefore, he could console them, give nothing to worry. After that, he takes this opportunity of everybody's mind being in Vairagya Sthiti. Because of that Dukkha Ghatana of Dasharatha ji departing, Sri Rama gone to Vana Ityadi, he takes that opportunity. Sadguru looks for that opportunity. Because their minds are in Vairagya, immediately gives great Upadesham about the body, its Nashwarata, about Jiva and his sadhana, spiritual to be done in the next 15 slokas. That's the portion we chanted yesterday. Again, we'll spend 4 minutes and chant it and then see the meaning to the extent we can do today. Clear? Let us do from the 7th chapter or Sarga, 95th mantra onwards, our chanting. Start. Om Sri Ramachandra Parabrahmane Namaha. अथ ब्रह्मांड पुराणांतर्गत अध्यात्म रामायण शास्त्रम अयोध्या कांडम सप्तम सर्गः श्री महादेव उवाच तम शोचसि वृथैव त्वम् अशोच्यं मोक्षभाजनम् आत्मा नित्यो व्ययः शुद्धः जन्मनाशादिवर्जितः शरीरं जडमत्यर्थम् अपवित्रं विनश्वरं विचार्यमाणे शोकस्य नावकाशः कथञ्चन स्थितावातनयो वापि यदि मृत्युवशं गतः मूढास्तम् अनुशोचन्ति स्वात्मताडनपूर्वकं निस्सारे खलु संसारे वियोगो ज्ञानिनां यदा भवेद्वैराग्यहेतुः सः शान्तिसौख्यं तनोति च जन्मवान् यदि लोकेऽस्मिन् तर्हि तं मृत्युरन्वगात् तस्मादपरिहार्योऽयं मृत्युर्जन्मवतां सदा स्वकर्मवशतः सर्व जन्तूनां प्रभवाप्ययौ विजानन्नप्यविद्वान्यः कथं शोचति बान्धवान्. ब्रह्माण्डकोटयो नष्टाः सृष्टयो बहुशो गताः शुष्यन्ति सागराः सर्वे कैवास्थाक्षणजीविते चलपत्रान्तलग्नाम्बु बिन्दुवत् क्षणभङ्गुरम् आयुस्त्यजत्यने अवेलायां कस्तत्र प्रत्ययस्तव देहे प्राक्तनदेहो देहि प्राक्तनदेहोत्थ कर्मणा देहवान् पुनः तद्देहोत्थेन च पुनः एवं देहः सदात्मनः यथा त्यजति वै जीर्णं वासो गृह्णाति नूतनं तथा जीर्णं परित्यज्य देही देहं पुनर्नवं भजत्येव सदा तत्र शोकस्यावसरः कुतः आत्मा न म्रियते जातु जायते न च वर्धते षड्भावरहितो अनन्तः सत्यप्रज्ञानविग्रहः आनन्दरूपो बुद्ध्यादि साक्षीलय विवर्जितः एक एव परो ह्यात्मा यद्वितीयः समस्थितः इति आत्मानं दृढं ज्ञात्वा त्यक्त्वा शोकं कुरु क्रियाम् तैलद्रोण्याः पितुर्देहम् उद्धृत्य सचिवैः सह कृत्यं कुरु यथा न्यायम् अस्माभिः कुलनन्दन इति सम्बोधितः साक्षात् गुरुणा भरतस्तदा विसृज्याज्ञानजं शोकं चक्रे सविधिवत् क्रियाम् गुरुणोक्तप्रकारेण आहिताग्नेर्यथा विधि संस्कृत्य स पितुर्देहं विधिदृष्टेन कर्मणा एकादशे हनि प्राप्ते ब्राह्मणान् वेदपारगान् भोजयामास विधिवत् शतशोथसहस्रशः उद्दिश्य पितरं तत्र ब्राह्मणेभ्यो धनं बहु ददौ गवां सहस्राणि ग्रामान् रत्नाम्बराणि च अवसत् स्वगृहे तत्र राममेवानुचिन्तयन् वसिष्ठेन सह भ्रात्रा मन्त्रिभिः परिवारितः रामेरण्यं प्रयाते सह जनकसुता लक्ष्मणाभ्यां सुघोरौ माता मे राक्षसी वप्रदहति हृदयं दर्शनादेव सद्यः गच्छाम्यारण्यमद्य स्थिरमतिरखिलं दूरतोपास्य राज्यं रामं सीतासमेतं स्मितरुचिरमुखं नित्यमेवानुसेवे इति श्रीमदध्यात्मरामायणान्तर्गत उमामहेश्वरसंवादे श्रीभरतविलापो नाम सप्तमः सर्गः अयोध्याकाण्डस्थित ओम शांति शांति शांति. Good. I'm happy for those who are having book in front and chanting along with me, at least in the mind. Not happy for those who are lazy, not to buy a book, not to keep in front and chant. But okay, they are coming for Meri Atma Shanti. That is also fine. But keep the book and you can enjoy the chanting together. Now, in this portion of 12 shlokas of Sri Vasishtha Ji, the sufficient data required for us to ponder and understand, which helps us to free ourselves from all the miserable situations because of loss of something or somebody we will get. Once for all for our whole life. Very important portion in that regard for our jnanam. And please let us not neglect this jnanam. Like every jnanam we keep on neglecting, not giving due value importance for whatever justifications we may give. In fact, as I was telling, one life only for dedication of study of Shastra, doing what said in Shastra. Study Shastra, do sadhana. इतना ही पूरा जिंदगी लगानी हमें. Not like today, this life. Listen more, less, and that also forget of the class. So busy in all the nonsense of the world. World itself is nonsense. Then anything of the world is nonsense only. Give value to this portion. Very beautiful. And many of the things, because you have already heard, information level, it is not new. But then thinking little deeper, accepting the knowledge that is given there, trying to live it is more required for us. And you and I are so lucky that we are given this knowledge as we are becoming older and older day by day. मैं तो old हो रहा हूँ. I don't know, you may be becoming younger and younger. So much I don't feel old at all, That is Atma Lakshana. But others say that means you come to the body level. That I have become old. Stay at the Atma level only. So for us, these are the things which are very required. Within next 1 month's time, each of us, 1 month kya, pehle hi hona tha, discover ourselves to be the jiva doing sadhana with zero importance value given to the body as regard the attachment concerned. Take care of body, use the body, but detach from it. So that if the time of departure comes, not even little iota of guilt or regret or dukkha or fear of death, dukkha that I'll miss all these things, regret or guilt that I have not used it for right purpose, वो सब नहीं होना चाहिए. I am given this body. Yeah, I might have done lot of mistakes out of ignorance, but I also use this for my tirtha yatras, guru seva, mandir seva, and buzurgon ke seva. At last few years, Swami was giving all shastras. I was listening, living in this body. Therefore, no regrets, guilts. This, if we can achieve, we will be doing great help to us. Our departure should be full of zeal and enthusiasm. Ki the next opportunity will come. I will work more hard in that also for sadhana. Jaldi jaldi. मतलब इस तरह का attitude. No fear, no regret, no dukkha. That's it. All those things will come to us when we learn the knowledge which your Vasishtha Ji is telling here. One by one he says. First thing is what? Tam shochasi vrutha eva tvam. For the sake of that Dasharatha, you are unnecessarily crying. He is Vruddha, he is Jnani, he is Satyaparakrama, he has enjoyed the Martya Sukham fully, he has done all the yajnas with Vipradakshina like Ashwamedha. Then ultimately through that Putra Kameshti, he got Narayana alone as his own son. Now he left the body not to go to any Naraka, to direct Swarga, that also, not somewhere in Swarga Loka, slum colony mein, LIG apartment. He is getting Ardha Simhasana with Indra. You know, like in America, don't get the idea that oh, सब कुछ वहाँ होता है. In America also, there is Bombay like areas are there, very congested and all. हर जगह होता है वो. Even in Swarga also, depending on the amount of punya done. So don't get excited. Swarga में जा रहे. Like I'm going in flight. You go, but in the flight you are given such a useless seat to sit that you can't move here and there. That's what is our punya. सो स्वर्ग में जा रहा हूँ, बढ़िया एक्सेलेंट होगा. कुछ नहीं, वेयर समवेयर यू विल बी इन जुमरी तलया, यू आर केप्ट इन दैट स्लम एरिया. उतना ही पुण्य किया, बट मैक्सिमम ज़्यादा किया तो यू गेट आलिशान द गेटेड कम्युनिटी स्टेइंग देयर विथ ऑल फैसिलिटीज. He Dasharatha ji has done so much. He will be sitting with Indra on the Simhasanam, Devendra Ardhasanam Prabhu. So for the sake of that Dasharatha who left now, tam shochase vrutha evatvam. It's unnecessary for crying for him. Then moksha bhajanam. He is in this krama mukti sthiti. So from there he will evolve only to get mukti. Therefore never ever worry for him. And you and I also, as it's a permanent standing order nahi ho sakta. This suggestion is what? Anybody departs, go and console. Not the one who departed, the one others who are yet to. Do all the due normal things to be done. More important that is, just pray for that departed soul to be comfortable and go further. And that's it. Nothing to worry about much. And from every these departures we see, we should learn that we also are going to go one day. Like this, so many times we left the bodies, again we entered. That is what is the teaching our Vasishtha is going to give systematically. First one is talking about the self within us, beyond this Rupa Namatmaka Upadhis. What is it? Atma Nityaha. The self is eternal. And Avyayaha, it is modifiable. Vyaya means modification, decaying. He is not without any vikruti. Avyayaha, then Shuddhaha. He is pure, in him no trace of even ignorance is there. Janma Nasha Adi Varjita. To the self, there are no birth and death. He is eternal. And that Atma is we. Somehow, first theoretically, second through meditation experientially, we have to shift our identity from the Upadhis to that. That is the entire struggle of all the Upanishads and all Brahma Vidya teachers teaching to the students. They reach to that, they are guiding us for that only. So there are no Janmanashadi Vikara, and Atma is Shuddha, immaculate, neither Maya nor any Prakriti can touch it. So too, it is what? Avyayaha. It is never diminishing. Vaya kharch nahi hota, kami nahi hota. It's same like that all the time. Nityaha. It is eternal. No, this Atma, Nitya, Avya, Shuddha, Janmanashadi, Varjitaha. These are the things we are going to study in our Taittiriya Upanishad and all of them. And you and I every day will have to chant or study the portions of that Upanishads which give the Atma Swarupa. And that Atma I am, that Atma I am. वही आत्मा सच्चिदानंद में हूँ. शिवोहम 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 शिवोहम. जितने बार बोलो उतने संस्कार बनते हैं. But then a day will come, this much I discussed or did the japa or all of Atma, but exactly in understanding and experience, how it looks like. When that question comes, you become Jignasu, then you go in search of Guru, or Guru comes in your life, then that Guru teaches us the Jnanam of Upanishad through the Bhashyam. Slowly the intellect will come to understanding of that which the mind and mouth were chanting so far. After intellectual conviction, then on the seat of meditation, withdrawing from all Panchakosha, we reach to that Atma. I am that. Then basically I am that, then through the Upadhi I am functioning. And higher yogis, they don't even want Upadhis to work for. They just work without upadhi only, subtle upadhis. Some of them use other upadhis also. I don't want उपाधि तुम्हारा उपाधि मैं लेकर करो करो हाँ. Like Ramakrishna took the upadhi of Vivekananda and he made him speak all over the America and all. It was not Vivekananda who spoke. What can he speak? It is Ramakrishna used him. You know all that? You read the literature of all Vivekananda's his own words. You will say it. My Guru spoke through me. Now we are doing all this. We are all instruments for the Guru Kripa to do this work. Left to ourselves, do you think we can even open the book and study? संस्कृत में आध्यात्म रामायण उपनिषद पढ़ के अंग्रेजी में आपको बोलना. डू यू थिंक आई ह्यूमन बीइंग कैन डू? फॉरगेट अबाउट इट. द लॉर्ड इज यूजिंग अस in that way. Some yogis are there, so it is used like that. I am saying. So, Atma Swarupa Sthiti ye hai. That is my real essential self. It is Nityaha, therefore fear of Anitya should not be there. Avayaha, fear of Vyaya should not be there. Shuddhaha, the impurity of ignorance should not be worried. Janma Nashadi Varjidaha, it will be born and dying, that fear should not be there. Fear gives misery. Morning class also we saw in the Bhashyam for the introduction of the Dvitiya Valli, how Bhagavan quoted about the same Taittiriya Upanishad only, about the Abhayam and all those words. Keep in mind. Now, once the Atma Vishaya are told, that is Shuddhaha, Avayaha, Janma Nashadi Varjidaha, it is Nityaha and all that. Now the Deha ki baat keh rahe. This is what Atma and Anatma Rupi Deha Vichara. Atma Anatma Viveka, this is called. What is the Deha Vishaya? Shariram Jadam Atyartham. It is absolutely Jada, it is. Jada means matter. Who doesn't know itself, it doesn't know anything else. Then Atyartham Apavitram. It is absolutely impure, the body. What is the impurity of the body? Being body itself is impure. Anything gross is impure. Subtle only pure. The more subtler, the more purer. Subtler than the subtlest is Paramatma. Other than him, there is nothing to impurify in him. But the Stula Deha is so much subject to the Kala, to other things. Moment to moment it goes on changing. It is absolutely Jada and Apavitra. So Atma, Atyartham, Jadam and Apavitram. And the most apavitra vastu in the world, if at all, is their body, that also human body. Not even animals and birds and trees. When they die, that much of stink, etc., will not come as much as when the human dies. That is why quickly 6-7 घंटे में इसको जलाओ मत तो इतना गंदा होता है, बढ़िया पापा भयंकर. And especially because of so much of bhoga done, Vishya vastus eaten and medicines taken and all, but जीव है इसलिए इसमें कुछ तो है. The moment it goes away, the shava. Yes. That is why when you go and attend a crematorium ceremony, you have to take bath. Because Shiva चला गया तो शव हो गया वो, जीव चला गया तो. This is how truth of the Deha, and you can know it 3 दिन बिना नहाए देख कैसा रहता है. Imagine that. So to inside the stomach, the fecal matter has not gone 4 days. Imagine how the pain will be, how the dirtiest thing in the world is body only. And we are so much attached to that. Because of the external skin, that's it. Outer skin only is different between the human beings. वो ऊपर का स्किन निकाल दो, अंदर सबका वही गंदा गंदा. If you do this thinking, then only, this is called dosha, dushti and pratyaksha bhavana, that our identity with the body gets reduced. Then only the modification in the body, we are able to accept without much of attachment. Then only we don't suffer that much. And what is spoken like this in all our shastras are not manipulations. They are the facts. Jada hai ki nahi ye deha. When the Jew goes away, you talk to that fellow who was like Einstein. How much he was intelligent. He left the body, 2 plus 2. पूछो आइंस्टीन को 3 गुना 2 कितना है? 3 into 2. He जड़ है, he doesn't know anything. बॉडी की बात. जड़ है वो. So to atyartham, apavitram, extremely it is impure. For all the reasons we said now. And Jadata itself is apavitrata. Chaitanya only the pavitra. And Chaitanya Paramatma is pavitranam pavitram yo mangalanam cha mangalam. Apavitram, then vinashwaram. Nashwaram is anyway perishable one day. Vinashwaram is what? Every day it is perishing. I observe myself every day. अच्छा आज एक दिन बूढ़ा हो गया हूँ, एक दिन और बूढ़ा हो गया हूँ, किधर दर्द हो रहा है, कमर में, कमरे में, घुटने में. I can clearly see the changes happening. And this dynamism, this thing won't be there 20-10 से कितने साल बाद पता नहीं. Vinashwaram, daily it is perishing. And देखते देखते it goes in such a way again never to come back. Now ये secret क्या है इधर? Like what I don't know how to convey. I try. I don't know will it make sense or not. That also I am not sure. Whether your own body kaho, whether it is the other people kaho, when they unhesitatingly, without concern, leave us and go, why can't we? Why should we get attached and become slave? देह मुझे छोड़कर धोखा देके जाता है, तो मैं क्यों दुखी हो जाऊं उस देह के लिए जो मेरे लिए कंसर्न नहीं रखता. This is very important. That's why I said whether I'll be able to convey it or not, will it make sense or not. So to the people, when they can live without us, why can't you? That is both. The people who die and go also, those are alive but discarding us. This we don't understand. You cry, mera puttar, mera wo, ye wo, mere ko chhod. Hare Ram. When they can, why can't you? Why that attachment should be? Is it not? Only from this type of thinking, that sentence of great bhaktas come. Ki I was running behind the stupid people or objects of deha, which are time and again cheating me, and I am never turned towards that Lord who is waiting only for me from so many lives. Let me go to him who loves me truly. Nobody loves me truly. Everybody loves me for their own selfishness. When it is fulfilled or not fulfilled, they leave and go. Bhagavan is not like that. He is always with us. His love is that he merges us with him. Such Bhagavan who gives himself to us, we discard him. And the other fellows who take away everything from us and leave us pauper and go, we become slave to them. This is called, the lack of this information is called Ajnanam. Therefore, functioning under the influence of that ignorance is called as Moham. And that Moham creates the Raga. And to whichever the person we have Raga, because of some reason we have, that reason is they give Sukha to us. That day they stop giving us Sukha, to the same person we have Dvesha, where we had Raga. तो मियाँ बीवी झगड़ा, शादी के दिन से झगड़ा थोड़ी करते हो लोग. First 2, 3, 4 years, how much rag for them? They love each other so much like that there is no other buddy only in the world. But they what their expectations, not fulfilled desires, all the ego starts coming out. So dvesha. तुम्हारे बिना नहीं जी सकता हूँ, सकती हूँ. Within 4 years तुम्हारे साथ जी नहीं सकता हूँ, सकती हूँ. That thought that my Lord who is continuously knocking, waiting for me to reach to him, I insulted him, humiliated him, and gave all my value importance to this wretched body and the people who have never valued me. Never valued my concern for them, love for them. Then only even the punya se hum bahar aa jate hain. What is bewkufi of punya? We do everything to everyone. Those nonsenses, useless fellows, they don't even concern for us. Waste of time. Only to come out our ego and selfishness and prove ourselves, our inner purity, we have to do the dharma of serving others. Otherwise, sarva dharman parityaja, uske baad no other thing, only God. पहले हमारा अबोर्ड भगवान को ही पाना है बस, बाकी सब नॉनसेंस, बकवास. The whole world is unreal, this day is unreal, that is unreal. Anyway, the point is what? Vinashwaram. Now these two contrast pictures of the Atma Swarupa Lakshana and Deha Swarupa Lakshana, Vicharyamane, when you really do the Vicharana of these two, ki Deha it's Nashwarata, Deha it's Jadata, Deha it's Apyavitrata, then that way it's modification, and the Atma is Nitya, Avyaya, Shuddha, Janmanashadi, Varjita. When you do the vicharana of these two, Shokase na avakasha katanchana. How can there be a reason for any shoka? When we know that I, the self, is this, and these lakshanas belong to me, and this is Deha, which is not me, Anatma, it is, that is its natural lakshanas. Thereafter, why will we be suffering for that body which is naturally cheating us? This is called as morning class में विवेक ख्याति आत्मानात्म विचारणा in the Vedanta Bhasha. And not having this ability to viveka, we are mixing up these two, paraspara lakshana. That is what anyatha vritti sarupyam itaratra. We will see tomorrow day after. Yoga mein. I remind the yoga also here also there, so that the integrated understanding we get. All of that should lead us to, therefore, that's the goal. This is the sadhana. I am at this level. This is my immediate sadhana. Keep doing, reach out. Vicharyamane shokasya avakasha kathanchana. Where is the chance for becoming misery? Well, even little. If we can do the Atma and Atma Swarupa Lakshana Vicharana, Anatma like Deha Adi and their Swarupa. The entire Vivek Chudamani Adi Shankara develops on this. And this is a base, this Vishaya of Vyasa has the basis of the Taittiriya Upanishad, Panchakosha. In the Taittiriya Upanishad, Panchakoshas are explained and we are told to be the Sakshi of it other than it. In other textbooks, the Panchakoshanka, Nashwarata, Jadata, Vikaritva, they are time and again repeated so that we get detachment from them. Non-thinking misplaces the value. Given value, we get into the attachments and all. If you think, how can you attach to that body which is Vinashwara, which is Jada, which is Atyanta Apavitra? Dimag lagao, that's a vichar mein hokasana katanchana. You can never have even little misery if you can think about it. And we have to become subjective. You listen in the class as somebody is speaking, but after that, you just look at our own Deha. What is the contents it has got? How it is Jada by itself. It is me, the Jiva is there in it. Even behind Jiva, the Atma Vastu is there. Therefore, it has got all its ability. And every moment is changing. If you don't attend to it, how apavitra it is. Finally, it is Vinashwaram. So when that body is left, nothing wrong. Now, this point is Dasharatha died. Dasharatha is not a body, he is a Jiva, he is going to Swarga, he is not even Jiva, he is an Atma. So it is explained taking example of Dasharatha, but for not telling to understand about Dasharatha, but to understand about our own selves. So all the praja who are there listening now, if this Atma Anatma Viveka they can do, Anatma is Deha, Deha's Lakshanas are this, and the Atma is me, my Lakshana, then neither you will cry for yourself, nor you will cry for others. You are happy to leave Deha. And not only leaving the Deha at the type of body, death too. Not anybody will die. While living only, knowing the body to be these Lakshana Yukta and Anatma, when we can detach from it, such a Shobhayamana Lakshana Yukta, Atma Tattva Anubhuti comes to you. Like that, then like Dasharatha, go to Swarga and then Uttama Loka, then go to the Brahma Loka and listen from Brahma and get Mukti. इतना लंबा चक्कर काटने की जरूरत नहीं है हमको. In this very life only, when through understanding Anatma Lakshanas of all Panchakosha, when we withdraw from it and Atma Lakshanas, we understand and meditate on that, in this very life only, the Jiva in us discovers its essential self to be Brahma, Mukti ho jata hai. So that's the Uddesha of Sri Vasishtha ji giving this knowledge. Now, these 10 slokas which we are studying now will give you an idea of what is contained in all 32,000 slokas of Yoga Vasishtam, which is given again by the same Vasishtha ji to Sri Rama. पूरा उसमें यही भरा रहता है. अगर आप प्रेम से थोड़े प्योरिटी ऑफ हार्ट से कमिटमेंट से पढ़ोगे ना, डेफिनेटली द वैराग्य, definitely the mumukshata, jignasa, they will definitely be born. In the Smriti Granthas, in my understanding, there is no greater text than this Yoga Vasishta. भगवद गीता सब छोटे हैं इसलिए पसंद आते हैं हमको, आराम से पढ़ सकते हैं. Because the quantity of it, smallness, we understand it and accessible भी है, no doubt. योग वाशिष्ठ में जो कहानियां हैं, जो बार बार हमको रिमाइंड करना होता है अनात्म का, एंड अनात्म का जो निंदा किया जाता है अगेन एंड अगेन, it will really make us required amount of vairagi. Then only then what I am, my own self inquiry begins. In that inquiry only, the Atma Swarupa Lakshana, Yukta Shlokas of Upanishads start becoming meaningful and useful to us. Then meditate on the self and be that. Be the self. Basically, I am the self. Like in life also, doing some work of the mechanics or gardening. Basically, I am doctor, but एक काम जरूरत पड़ी इसलिए कर रहा हूँ मैं. In the same way, basically we are Parabrahma, intact. But in the world, some work has to be done out of Deha, the Prarabdha, the Loka requires or the Ishwara appointed me, that happens through me. But I am not bound by that. I am not even bound by the Upadis. Like all the screwdrivers and all you use for doing the work. वो सब पैक करके रखते हो. In the same way, the Dehendra Manobuddhya, they are the instruments. In the beginning, for bhoga, which is wrong. Later one was yoga, which is right. After that, for seva. That's it. Vicharyamane shokasya avasara kutaha. Okay? Navakasha katanchana. Now these next 3-4 shlokas are very heavy loaded, heavy weighted. We may not like it, but fact remains fact. What he says, Pita va tanayo vapi, father or son, yadi mrityu asham gataha, if they die, Muda tam anushochanti. Only the deluded, stupid fellows will cry. That also, so atma tadana purvakam, अपने आप को पीटते हुए. Only मूढ़ ही रोता है. By this, what he is saying, father may die or son may die. If you die, there is no problem. Others are, it's not, in how many cases we see children die in all the wars and all. The youngsters only are there in the army. Really, the war happens. See that Ukraine and Russia. How many youngsters died, making the wives widows and mothers and the children को अनाथ बनाकर, but वहाँ उनको उतना sentis, values, emotions, spiritualities नहीं है. Therefore, that ignorance protects them. चलो मरा तो मरा. Many times ignorance protects us. More knowledge you have, more sensitive become. Then pain is more. Anyway, this is a different subject, totally tangential, but some other context it can be discussed. So here, only Mudaha cries when the father or son dies. Atma Tadana Purakam. So Atma Tadana means apne aap ko peette hue. Because the death is to whom self is not dying, Jiva is traveling, body is every moment dying. One day it will have to go and merge in Panchabhuta. अब कौन मर रहा है उधर? कोई नहीं मर रहा. But the point is what? He will tell all of them. It's only a repetition, or what I am telling, same thing will be there. Again, we will repeat it. Is what? The died person also gets another body, and he will have all other family there. Like my brother died. Somewhere he might have born, and his mother, father, he must be enjoying it, forgetting me and also his past life. याद तो रहेगा नहीं. You understand that? He will have his own different setup again. We also the same. इसलिए याद रखना, कोई भी बंधु मित्रता एक ही जन्म के लिए है. The people stula, with them what attitudes we have and relate, those samskaras will come with us. In the same way we'll relate with the next set of people. तो इस जन्म में सबसे प्रेम करते हो, तो अगले जन्म में जो मिलते प्रेम करते. इस जन्म में सबके साथ स्वार्थ है का, in next life you do, because those vasanas go with us. इस जन्म में सबको आत्मदृष्टि तो देखा, तो अगले जन्म में शुरू से ही लाइक प्रहलाद एंड ऑल, यू विल सी एवरीथिंग एज सेल्फ ओनली. So one point he said, Atma va pita va putro va yadi mrityuvasangataha moodaha tamanusochanti. So Atma Tadana Purakam. Now, one by one shloka, thought development is done of what he said now. Nissare khalu samsare. In that samsara, which is basically has no sara at all, because it is mithya. Atma alone is sarayukta. In the nissara samsara, viyogaha, when that type of yogas happen, and if that person is a little matured, does the atma anatma viveka I said above, jnaninam yada bhaved vairagya hetuhu. This viyoga, if it becomes cause of vairagya, sa shanti saukyam tanoti, that vairagya will take him to the guru and listen from him the atma swarupa, and when he gets the atma, there is shanti, there is saukyam. Therefore, instead of swa atma tadana purvaka rodanam, when somebody dies, do the viveka and get the vairagya, go to the guru, learn about the self, and get that shanti and sukham, both of them. Shanti saukyam tanoti. Means what? This system of death in which there is viyoga of our own dearest people is deliberately put by the Lord for us to get to vairagya, after which alone, if this all is temporary, then what is permanent? Of that we can put an inquiry, do an inquiry. Only that inquiry you discover ourselves to be that Paramatma, which is of Ananda Swarupa and which is Shanti Swarupa. Therefore, Shanti Saukyam Tanoti. What do we do with every death? We only either forget it or get attachments more and more. Instead of that, when we grow in our Vairagyam more and more. See, all these people, old age especially, when their friends and relatives, one by one, we get dying. Either they are most insensitive, वो भी एक तमोगुण मदद करता है, एटलीस्ट दुखी नहीं होगा बंदा, ज्ञानी तो कभी होगा ही नहीं. और भी से हमको और भी जीना. अरे भाई, देह के रूप में और लंबा जीना चाहते हो, अपने आत्म स्वरूप को जानो ना, which is eternal. They don't think this because they don't come to the Vedanta classes. As a body, they want to live long, so spend lakhs of rupees going from one doctor to the other. All that, karo, hum mana nahi kar rahe. We already said in the morning class, for all of you, the prayers are live 200 years life, but every year you live only for knowing the truth. We always pray for long life. Pashyam Sharadashatam, Jivima Sharadashatam, Nandama Sharadashatam, Modama Sharadashatam, Praparvama Sharadashatam, Joksha Dushe. We study all these Veda mantra, Shanti mantra, Jiji Vide, Chatakam Samaha. We don't want anybody to live shortly. That's anyway, deep internal intensity is there. As long, prolong the life. But for what? To discover Paramatma hona chahiye, not to again live as a body only with all the external life of samsara. Who will tell us all? Only Guru and Shastra. हम वहीं जाते ही नहीं. Now, after becoming old, we go and listen. Already the fear of the body death, they are so much set inside. With that fear, do you think what Guru says you listen? You become more frustrated only. Because the Deha Adhyatma has become so strong. Then to such a person of strong Deha Adhyatma, when Guru says, you are not the body, you are not the body. You shout at the Guru and say, तुम हो सकते तो देह नहीं, मैं तो यही हूँ, खबरदार मेरे को बोलना मत. कोई है शक्ति दे दे, so that my diseases and old age goes away. One more 100 years, I will disturb and destroy everybody. That is how their face is. But imagine right from beginning, if you are exposed to the Nashvarata of the Deha and Shashvatata of the Atma, as we grow in life, through sadhana, we near to the self, far away from the body, then we will not have any fear or dukkha for this inevitable natural phenomena of the body disappearing or collapsing. But these, I don't know why we in the Kali Yuga problem, सुनना नहीं चाहते, जानना नहीं चाहते हैं. और कुछ लोग हम और आप सुनते हैं लेकिन समझते नहीं, कुछ समझते हैं लेकिन they don't apply to themselves. Very careful, huh? We have to be. So he says, in this samsara which has no sara at all, if somebody dies and if it creates such vairagya, that vairagya, if you use it to go to Guru and learn what is permanent self, permanent vastu or Shreya Marga, that is the Atma Jnanam, the self is Shanti Saukya Rupa. Therefore, Nissare Kal Samsare Viyogaha Jnaninam. Yada bhavet vairagya hetuhu sa shanti saukyam tanoti cha. Here jnani means the one who has got common sense, the one who has got vicharana shakti. The opposite is ajnana. What is ajnani? Urat tadana purakam shochati. मर गया रे, मेरे पिताजी मर गए रे, बेटा मर गया रे बाबा, रोते रोते one day he will also die. Ajnani will cry, Jnani gets Vairagya. With Vairagya, Jnani gets the Jnana of the Atma. Then there is no fear of death or anything. Shanti and Saukhya. We and I are just started this study. Though we did 9 Upanishads, they all have gone like bouncers and like wide balls only. We have not allowed it to enter into us, nor we entered into it. Academically, we are listening out of some obligations, etc. But allow this knowledge to percolate, permeate entire heart of ours, intellect with understanding, heart with acceptance. Then our life will be totally different. We will never live as a body with all the demands of body fulfilled or the fears of the body's old age or disease or death. The dignity will be different for a person who, through the study of Upanishads, understood that he is the self, not the Upadis. It's totally different life altogether. He will not hanker behind the objects of the world. He is not having fear of anything. He is not attached to anything or being of the. अरे मेरा देह ही नश्वर है जिससे मैं detached हूँ. How can I attach to other bodies? Stupid fellow. Dare not, care not anyone. Dare not care anyone, care not anyone. But is my deha Adhyatma, therefore I have aimed with other deha, then I attach with so many nonsenses, then go on expecting from them this or that, and they will not do, and then I become angry with them. Such a third rate of slum area life we are living. This is a spiritual slum it is. On the other hand, if you are a jnani, observe the death phenomena happening, it will happen to everyone, but that is to the body, not to the self. Discover the nature of self, even with it, shantim saukhyam. That is what he says. Bhaved vairagya hetu sah shanti saukhyam tanoti cho. And this is what happened to Arjuna. When he saw the people, he'll fight with each other, they kill each other, he immediately got vairagya. Na kangshe vijayam Krishna, na charajyam, sukhani cha, kim no rajyena, kim bhogai, jivitena vakim. He got vairagya even for his life. That was the time Bhagavan understood कि this fellow दिमाग पहली बार खुला है, चलो let me give him the entire essence of Upanishads as this Bhagavad Gita. He gave it. अर्जुन was in such a mood and no option. अभी दोनों के बीच में खुद ही मांगा आने को. अभी कहीं भाग भी नहीं सकता. अभी पूछा भी है कृष्ण को सुनाओ. अब ही मजबूरन सुन रहे हो. Like you became friend to me and compelled to listen मजबूरन. Some of you are the last and caught up only. क्या मानेंगे स्वामी जी छोड़ेंगे. कुछ लोग धैर्य हिम्मत करके they left me and gone. They are successful. They must be celebrating party. No more classes, no more obligation. Once or twice Swamiji reminded, but उनको भी अकल होता है. Therefore स्वामियों को भी अकल होता है. Then he stopped interacting or calling me. Enjoy freedom. But आप बुद्धू लोग बेचारे फंस गए. Same अर्जुन बुलाकर फंस गया. तू आ जा मेरे पार्टी में, ड्राइवर बनो, बीच में ले जाओ, मेरे प्रश्न का जवाब दो. अब सुनना ही पड़ता है. He went on giving 18 chapters. Arjuna received it. Because he was in Vairagya mode. Is it not lucky for us that we have all dukkha in life, that the mind is free from the bhoga sakti? It is in Vairagya sthiti that we can receive. That's why Kunti Mata says, give me so many dukkhas that my mind is not in the world but only at your feet. And when I am devoted to you, you come. When you come, there is no apunarbhavam. Apunarbhavam. Bhavato darshanam yasyat apunarbhava darshanam. How beautiful it is. So what we are doing here, bhaved vairagya hetuhu sa shanti saukyam tanoti. So now the things which we have studied in Gita many a times, those who have heard, those things will come up now, taken away Bhagavan Vashishtha ji, ki janmana, janmavan yadi lokesmin. Asmin loke yadi janmavan, yadi means kuch bhi. Anything which has born in this world, tari tam mrityu anvagat. बीचे उसके पीछे ही मृत्यु भी आती रहते हैं. The moment somebody born, first moment only who chases him is mrityu. He's only waiting for the time. Mrityu anvagat. Tasmad apariharyah ayam mrityuhu janmavatam sada. Therefore, mrityu can never be eliminated or avoided for anything which is born. Same thing in Gita is jatasya hi dhruvo mrityuh dhruvam janma mutasya cha. Word is used same. Tasmad apariharyerthe natvam shochitum arhasi. Here also tasmad apariharyoyam mrityuh janma hotam sada. Decide it. कोई जन्म लिया तो मरेंगे ना. एनीथिंग यू मेक ए बिल्डिंग इट विल कोलैप्स वन डे. यू स्टार्ट ए फैक्ट्री इट विल एंड वन डे. यू बिकम चीफ मिनिस्टर प्राइम मिनिस्टर वो एक दिन चला जाएगा. एनीथिंग born in time is consumed in time and dissolves in time. Whole Brahmaanda goes into dissolution. This earth also is born sometime. एक दिन ये अर्थ भी डेड प्लैनेट हो जाएगा बिकॉज वी आर ईटिंग अवे ऑल द रिसोर्सेस रिक्वायर्ड द ह्यूमन लाइफ. धीरे धीरे कुछ नहीं रहेगा. Chandamama also was inhabited by people once, but now it is not fit for it because the jivas lived in such a way that they destroyed it and they are all in different planets scattered. कुछ अर्थ में आए हैं and we are destroying the earth. One day it become dead, we go somewhere. When the jivas are not there here, this planet also dissolves. Whole cosmos, everything goes into dissolution. प्रलय काल में महाप्रलय में सब कुछ होना अनश्वर होता है. Take that big standpoint, then the small things never bother us. Like we say repeatedly, like this life, we lived in the past hundreds of thousands of times. In the future also we are going to be same. In the next life also you will have a husband or wife or children and another Swami coming teaching you and disturbing you not to sleep even in the class. Chalta hi rahega ye silsila. Nothing new in this world and nothing great in this world. Everything has meaning when you use it for your self-discovery. Only to that extent इसका मायना है. उससे ज़्यादा लाइक जब खाना खाते हो थाली में, उसके बाद व्हाट डू यू डू विद द थाली? क्रिकेट खेलोगे या जहाँ जाते हो हाथ में पकड़ के ले जाओगे या उसके ऊपर बैठोगे? खाना खाया हो गया उसका काम, वो रख दिया उधर. Never go to that till again the next kana time comes. In the same way this world and the body have पर्पस ऑफ स्पिरिचुअल साधना. उससे उसको कोई मायना ही नहीं रखना. रखोगे तो यू आर इन डेल्यूजन, यू आर इन इल्यूजन, यू आर इन कंफ्यूजन, देन द दुख. So this deha when it is born or anything for that matter it's born is endowed with the kala as a mrityu. Mrityu as a kala. Question of time. And remember one thought. About ourselves. When we go, don't worry about others. They suffer or they celebrate. दोनों तरह के होंगे. जिसने हमको पैसे दिया they will suffer. जिसको हमने पैसे ऐसे हो गया very good यार पता होता जा रहा है और 10 लाख लोन लेते हैं उससे. You understand the word? But point is when I go, while going, what is the thing I am collecting and going? Be more concerned only on that. भाड़ में जाए लोग क्या कोई को मायना नहीं होता. Everybody will forget us. See, morning, yesterday only we chanted Vajagovindam. यावत वित्तोपार्जन सकता है तावत निज परिवारों रखता है. पश्चात जीवत इस जर्जरे में वार्ताम को भी. अरे इसी जिंदगी में हम देख रहे यार जब कमाना पैसे देना कम करते हो. इवन वाइफ आल्सो कुछ चुप बैठने की बजाय बैंगन खाटो शी विल टेल. सोटो यावत पवनो निवसति तावत पृच्छति कुशलम. गतवति वायौ. When the body, the vayu goes out and भार्या बिभ्यते अस्मिन् काये. She ले जा जल्दी करके बोलती है. That is how that has to be like that. There's nothing wrong. That is how the people have to leave us and go. Then only they will grow. That is how it is. Not understanding these subtle things, we get attached to some people and we make others attached to us and we detach from God and suffer. So keeping these understandings in mind, mind your business. Certainly throughout life, especially after certain age. Nobody loves us for our sake. They love us for their sake. To give them what they want and get rid of them, yourself near to the Paramatma. Nirantar. Saguna Bhagavan's Upasana, Nirguna Brahma Dhyanam. Karte, our inner understanding, we have to become made subtler. And those understanding when are used for sadhana, the glimpses of experience come. Both. Bhakti marg mein Bhagavad Anubhutiya hote rahenge, Jnana marg mein bhi tattva ke. Let us that way encash our life of human. Then some more in this regard will be discussed to see which we'll meet tomorrow. This should be enough today. So tomorrow we'll continue and conclude this Saptama Sarga. Two more when we do, we'll be done with our Ayodhya Kandam. In Aranya Kanda, we have only 6 or 7 sargas, or maybe little more. Whatever, padhte jao. So whatever every class we are studying, even 1 minute you spend at home and reflect it, a little of that at least goes into our heart. In this, about Dasharatha he spoke, said how glorious he was. He has gone only to Swarga and further for Moksha. We need not worry about him. Then the Atma's Lakshanas are these, Deha Lakshanas are that. When you discover like this, there is no chance for Shoka, etc. So too, everything born only dies one day. You can't avoid it. And the one who cries when father, son, anybody dies, he is only in ignorance. Because रोने के जा रहा हो, he will not come back and you can't go with him. पूछो उस बंदे को, मर रहा है, रो रहा है, अरे क्यों रो रहा है, तो उसके साथ चले जाओ ना. नहीं, मैं नहीं जाऊंगा. ये रो क्यों रहा है? He will not come back to you, you can't go with him. उद्धव जी का वही प्रश्न था इन भागवत. Oh Lord, either you stay with me or you take me. Because none of these are possible. Only thing is you discover your oneness with me through the Vedanta Jnanam. Om Sarvam Ramarvanam Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachide Purnasa Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishtha Om Shanti 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 Om Sri Guru Bhyavan Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. See this 101 shloka. Brahmaanda Kotaya Nashtaha Srushtaya Bahusha Gataha Shushanti Sagara Sarve Ka Eva Asya Akshana Jivite. Wow! It is an ultimate shloka. We just have to bow down at the feet of Vasishtha Ji for giving this vision, to study which tomorrow will come. If we really allow such wisdoms to enter into our hearts, we are freeing ourselves from so many attachments which give nothing other than dukkha. Love all, serve all, but don't get attached. Clear? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrutakalaşhastāya Sarvāmaya Vināṣnāya Trailokinathāya Sri Mahavishnave Namaha Om Bhagyāvdi Sindrika Bhakta Chittakeki Ganagana Roga Parvadadam Bholen Muttudara Kutarikaya Namo Namaha Om Nasai Roga Hare Sapira Japata Niranta Anumata Vira Om Sri Anumat Viraya Namaha Om Sri Anumatena Om Sri Anumatena Om Sri Anumatena Om Sri Anumatena Namaha Om Sri Anumatena Om Sri Anumatena Om Sri Anumatena Om Sri Anumatena Namaha Om Sri Anumatena Om Sri Anumatena Om Sri Anumatena Om Sri Anumatena Namaha Om Sri Anumatena Om Sri Anumatena Om Sri Anumatena Om Sri Anumatena Namaha Om Namah Shivaya 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 Om Vajranakaya Vidmahe Tikshna Dhimahi Tanno Narasimha Prachodayat Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Lakshmi Narasimhaya Praladaya Cha Om Vajranakaya Vidmahe Tikshna Dhimahi Tanno Narasimha Prachodayat Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Lakshmi Narasimhaya Praladaya Cha Om Vajranakaya Vidmahe Tikshna Dhimahi Tanno Narasimha Prachodayat Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Lakshmi Narasimhaya Praladaya Cha Om Rama mantra. Rama 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 Rama. Thank you. Although it is night time, but we are chanting because in continuity in this book, these are the stotrams that are there. That is Pratah Smaranam. बुक में है जो पढ़ रहे हैं. आपके लिए ये पाठ के लिए क्लास सुबह तो मैं नहीं कर सकता हूँ. तो दिस इज द टाइम ऑफ दिस क्लास. We can't avoid. I have to complete this book. There were Pratah Smaranams. There are 9 Pratah Smarana or 8 of them. Today we will do 3. Each of them will have only 3 or 4 shlokas. First is Parabrahma Pratah Smaranam, then Vishnoho and Sri Rama. Parayana Dvarena Parabrahmana Vishnu Ramasya Anugrahena Parabrahmanava Siddhyartham Vishwashanti Kalyanartham Sanatana Dharma Vedika Samskruti Vishwavyaptyartham Bhakta Sadhaka Dharmikanam Shakti Praptyartham Vigna Nivaranartham Pratasmarana Stotran Vayam Sarve Patishyamahe Stotrani. Om Adau Parabrahmana Pratah Smaranam. Om Om Pratasmarami Hrudi Samspuradatma Tattvam Sachit Sukham Paramaham Sagatim Turiyam Yat Swapna Jagara Sushuptama Vaiti Nityam Tad Brahma Nishkalamaham Nacha Bhuta Sangha Pratar Bhajami Manasa Vachasamagамyam Vacho vibhanti nikhilayadanugrahena Yam neti neti vachanair nigama avochoho Tam deva deva majama chutamahuragryam Pratar namami tamasa paramarkavarnam Purnam sanatana padam purushottamakhyam Yasmin nidam jagadasheshamashesha murtau Rajvam bhujangama iva pratibhatitam vai Shlokatrayamidam punyam lokatraya vibhushanam Pratah kale patedhyasto sagachet paramam padam Iti Srimad Shankara Bhagavatah Krutam Parabrahmana Pratah Smarana Stotram Sampurnam. Every day if you chant, Parabrahma Prapti it will come. सुबह उठ के स्टार्ट करना कुछ दिन. Now Sri Vishnoho. Atha Sri Vishnoho Pratasmaranam. Almost every Pratasmaran will have same tune. Pratasmarami Bhavabheti Maharti Shantyai Narayanam Garudavahanam Abjanabham Graha Vibhuta Paravarana Mukti Hetum Chakrayudham Tarunavarija Netram Pratarnamami manasa vachasa cha murdhna Padaravindayugalam paramasya pumsaha Narayanasya narakarnavataranasya Parayana pravanavi praparayanasya Pratar bhajami bhajatam abhayam karam tam Prak sarva janma kruta papa bhayapahatyai Yograhava trapatitangri gajendra ghora Shoka pranashana karo druta shankha chakraha Iti Sri Vishnoho Pratasmaranam Sampurnam Ata Sri Ramasya Pratasmaranam Pratasmarami Raghunatha Mukharavindam Mandasmitam Madhurabhashi Vishalafalam Karnavalam Bichalakundala Shobhigandam Karnanta Dirghanayanam Nayanabhiramam Pratar Bhajami Raghunatha Kararavindam Rakshoganaaya bhayadam varadam nijebhyah Yadraja samsadi vibhajamahesha chapam Sitakara grahana mangalamapasadyah Pratarnamami raghunatha padaravindam Vajrankushadi shubharekhi sukhavaham me Yogindramanasamadhu vratasevymanam Shapapaham sapadi gautama dharmapatnyah Pratarvadami vachasa raghunatha nama Vagdoshahari sakalam shamalam nihanti Yat parvati swapatina sahabhoktu kama Pritya sahasra harinama samam jajapa प्रातः श्रये श्रुतिनुतां रघुनाथमूर्तिं नीलाम्बुजोत्पलसितेतररत्ननीलाम् आमुक्तमौक्तिकविशेषविभूषणाढ्याम् ध्येयां समस्तमुनिभिर्जनमुक्तिहेतुं यः श्लोकपञ्चकमिदं प्रयतः पठेद्धि नित्यं प्रभातसमये पुरुषः प्रबुद्धः श्रीराम किङ्करजनेषु स एव मुख्यः भूत्वा प्रयाति हरिलोकम् अनन्यलभ्यम् इति श्री रामस्य प्रातः स्मरणम्. Tomorrow Shiva and Devi and Ganesha, Surya then are over. Then Gajendra Moksha, three things are there. Then Sri Bhagavad Bhaktanam Stotram, this that we will conclude. Tomorrow it will be over. These stotras. Maybe one more day, this book is over. Which book to take up for Parayanam? Let me see. Om Sarvam Sriman Narayana Guru Nam Sharanaravindarvanamastu Parabrahmana Om Bhurvo Swaha Pranaya Panaya Vyanaya Udanaya Samanaya Brahmane Brahmarpnam Brahmavir Brahmagno Brahmanavatam Brahmavati Anandave Brahma Annam Chadridam Swadura Sesha Naivedyam Pratividam बोल सबरवान रामचंद्राय कृष्णचंद्राय चंद्रचरण देवता ब्रह्म महानैवेद्यम निवेदयामि मध्य मध्यामृतपानि उत्तराभूषणस्पाद रक्षाणाच मनतांबूल नीराजनान् दर्शयामि ओम नीलमेघश्याम कृष्ण नित्यजगन मोहन कृष्ण बालगोपाल कृष्ण भव्यमंगलम वेणुगानलोल कृष्ण वेदांत कृष्ण ओम पार्थसाद रूप कृष्ण सर्वमंगलम राम सर्वमंगलम सामसदाशिव सर्वमंगलम सद्गुरु सर्वमंगलम ओम न तत्र सूर्यो भासन चंद्रतारकम नेमा विद्युवासुदेवन्ने तमे भान्दमा सर्वं दस्यवासादनवादि ओम नारायण विद्मे वास तन्नो विष्णु प्रचोदयात् शाश्वता विद्मे सीतावल्लभ तन्नो राम प्रचोदयात् राम भार्या विद्मे भूमिजाय तन्न सीता प्रचोदयात् तत्त्वजगदादिश्च तन्नो लक्ष्मण प्रचोदयात् प्रजायते तन्नो आंजनेय विद्मे राम तन्नो मंगलम गुरुदेव मनगुणा तन्नो लक्ष्मण सा आ ब्रह्मलोकादास किचनालोकम हेरियम गुरुम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यामृताय व्यासाय विष्णुपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णु योगेन्द्राय नमस्तस्मै शुकाय ब्रह्मरूपिणे नमस्कारस्तुभ्यो विष्णुनाथमोचत् ओम व्यः पिबन् सततं रामचरितामृतसागरः तुलसीं प्रातःसमनुक्षं बोल श्री सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय राधावर कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय उमावर चंद्रचूड़ भगवान की जय श्री रामायण महाभारत भागवत उपनिषद गीता ब्रह्म सूत्र योग वासिष्ठ पातंजलि योग दर्शन अध्यात्म रामायण शिवपुराण सूत्र संहिता समस्त सनातन धर्म श्रुति स्मृति पुराण इतिहास शास्त्र की जय श्री वेद व्यास गुरुदेव सूत्र भागवताचार्य की जय श्री वेद व्यास वैशंपायन याज्ञवल्क्य आदि शंकरादि ब्रह्म विद्याचार्य की जय श्री वेद व्यास विश्वामित्र श्रवाल तुलसीदास रामायणाचार्य की जय श्री हिरण्यगर्भ कपिल पतंजलि वेद व्यासादि समस्त योगाचार्य की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय आज के आनंद की जय नमः पार्वती पते हर महादेव हर सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तनम गोविंदा गोविंद जानकी जीवन स्मरणम जय जय राम राम अम्बे अम्बे आदिपराशक्ति माता की जय समस्त श्रोता जिज्ञासु साधक सेवक उपासक भक्त मंडल की जय वन मोर डे ब्यूटीफुल एट द फीट ऑफ द लॉर्ड भगवान हम सबका मन आपके चरण में बुद्धि आपके तत्व में अहंकार आपके अनुभव में लय हो जाए इसके लिए जो भी हमसे कराना है आप कराते रहिएगा अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति तवाह शरणं गत तस्मात् कारुण्य भावेन रक्ष रक्ष गुरुदेव रक्ष रक्ष जनार्दन रक्ष रक्ष श्री सांब सदाशिव रक्ष रक्ष श्री माता रक्ष रक्ष श्री परब्रह्मा धन्योस्मि. Thank you. Meet tomorrow with all our classes as usual. Om Namo Narayana. Right.